Hey guys, this is Heretic, and in this video I'm going to talk about island tactics, why it's important, how you can make it easy, and how you use the materials that you get from it. So first, this is island tactics. You get to it just by clicking the ship over here. You'll want to go into troops first, and you'll want to set your formations. Put your troops in, set the formations. This is super important to do. So you want to go in and just fill in and try to get the best that you can get here. And okay, let me leave this. Just as you go through, the further you get, the more of these tactic coins you get. And you can use these, and these generate by the hour. And you can use these here in the store to buy a lot of the things that you need to make gear for your heroes, which is something that I've been working on, not only the hero level, but also the gear, the equipment to make them better. And I'll show that a little bit later in this video, like where I am and how I use this. And so this is one of the materials that you'll need a lot of as you go. And so like right now I have almost 3K coins. I can go through here and can click through and I can buy some coins like that. And I can buy some of this ore that I'll need to upgrade my gear, or to make my gear, sorry. All right, so let's take a look at island tactics. All right, so island tactics. When you first go in, go over to troops on the left-hand side, and this is where you set up your formations. So you're going to want to pick the best combos that you have for each one of the formations that you have here. So I picked the best troops that I have. It's not perfect because I'm not that deep into the game yet, but I have them set up here and I'm happy with my setup so far. And so then you also have the ability to set up cards, and cards are buffs that you can add to your formations for your troops when they fight. In rewards, you can see as you go through and you defeat certain levels, you'll get rewards, and they're all kind of based around what you can do in your smithy to get some gear for your heroes. So it's all good stuff. And let's go over to the smithy and take a look at that. All right, and I'll show you what I'm working on. Okay, let me click it. All right, go to Forge, and then within here you can see I have these materials here. I have some random legendary that I'll create, and I'm going to go ahead and create one here, and I'll go ahead and do a second one. And you see the ore there on the right, and that's really what I'm after, because that's what one of the materials that's the hardest for me to get. And so then I can speed through and finish this gear. All right. Good stuff. All right. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. And these are getting these materials is one of the reasons why I do island tactics as much as I do it right now. So let's go ahead and get started now. So now I want to click the next island that I'm going to and go ahead and challenge it. And I go in and you'll see my formations as soon as you land here. So, all right, let's let the smoke go away and all right, let it load up. So now the important thing here is go ahead and click battle and you go through once. You want to click auto and I speed it up to 3. That's the fastest I can let it go. And so then when it gets through the battle here, and it won't take too long, they're pretty quick. And I'm getting pretty close to as far as I can go. You want to check this auto challenge and then you'll see it'll just go on its own and you can kind of just kick back and watch it. It'll go through and it'll take you, I hadn't done it in a while and I let it go for 40 minutes or so. to go through all of the islands to make it to where I eventually kind of capped out and I couldn't make it anymore. But it gave me a ton of materials, and these materials I'm able to use to, forge the items that I need and also to upgrade that gear. But you can see I'm just kind of going through, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit here so you can kind of watch it go through. But it's great because you can just let it go and just kind of watch it play out. You can take over at any point. You can hit the pause, or you can slow it down to kind of pay attention a little bit more of what's going on. But you don't really need to do that. You can just kind of let it go. And you can see each time I win one of these, I get more materials. And then the higher I get, I also get rank rewards that are more materials that I'll use. So this is really critical for gearing up your heroes in a way that's not going to cost you a lot. You also get the ability to buy some of the blueprints for purple and blue as well earlier on in the game. You don't have to get up to the 500 and something level to be able to get the legendary. You can make do with the purple and the blue, and that'll be fine gear to get you going. All right, so now let's take a look at some of the gear that I have on my heroes and how I was able to get it from the forge itself. So, and a lot of the materials that I got directly from Island Tactics. It helped out tremendously. Here's a signet ring, the first one that I've been able to get. They're blue, but they work. I like it. And so you can kind of see the gear that you can get, and then you can upgrade them. They're almost like it's sub hero that you have on your hero. Each one of these have their own skills that you can then upgrade and start a level up and just make significantly better and make your hero significantly better as you go through. That will then in turn make it easier for you to go further within the Island Tactics to get more of the materials that you need to upgrade your gear, to get additional gear, and so on and so forth. And it'll allow you to be a much stronger player as you go. So I guess the thing that I wanted to kind of show in this video is that there's little things within the game that you can play, and if you keep up with, like Island Tactics, you'll be able to advance within the game without having to spend money within packs. You can get packs and speed up the process, but even if you do that, you need to be taking advantage of these mini games within the game that will help you kind of speed on even more. And so here I'm just going through each of my heroes and looking at the gear that I have. The gear, when you make it, it goes to a thing called the vault. And then when you go to your actual hero, you'll see what's available for each one of them, like which types of gear will actually work for them. And so that's a little confusing at first because you may make 3 different helms. That doesn't mean it's going to, any of those would fit the hero that you need the helm for. And so you'll have to see, and you'll get that. You'll click it and it'll say, this isn't available for that. And you'll see it grayed out there, for example, in that helm. That wouldn't have worked for this guy. But I'm going through, I'm upgrading my gear as much as I possibly can just to get a little bit better. I am, a little behind some of the other players within my alliance. So I'm trying to catch up as much as I can, trying to take advantage of all the things that are within the game that I can do to upgrade without having to actually spend a lot of money, which is something that I'm trying not to do. So I'm trying to take advantage of the low packs whenever I do purchase, and then really just trying to do all the mini games, trying to upgrade as I go, trying to enjoy the game as much as I can without having to go into debt. All right, so I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments, any feedback you have for me. And I know someone did ask about if I would join their alliance on 21, and I'm looking into that right now. So talk to you really soon. And with that, take care.